Shalom, shalom. I'm going to give all praises to my Heavenly Father. His name is YAHAWASHI. Bashim Ruach Kodash. Ruach Kodash means in the spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders, our great Muslim, well, peace and blessings to the elect. Real quick video. I seen another brother do it. On the incident that happened in the airplane with the so-called black woman, the Judite woman, but I'm not going to necessarily get on the black woman or like rebuke the black woman or not as much as I usually do, but in general, because if you see the video, you see her cussing out this lady, and that's what this image depicts right now is her in her her form that she usually uses is telling somebody off, cussing somebody off. You gonna hear what I got to say. Spirit that they have, that is supposed to be daughters of Zion. So I just had a few scriptures. The first one I'm gonna start it with is Romans 12:8, and it says, Romans 12:18 rather. It says 17. Start at 17. It says, "Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men." It says, "Render not evil for evil," and it says, "If possible, be peaceful with all men." Now we're in Babylon. We're in a fallen society. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans can't seem to understand that of course you have a target on your back. Of course you're the oppressed, and you're the people that don't get justice at the very, very bottom. Now, an Israelite man can hold his own for the most part. You don't really, person that's walking in good character or whatever, they don't really have to get into many skirmishes or there's times where you have to cuss people out, but majority of the time you're seeing so-called black women do this. Now, it's not a good look. The so-called black woman already has the stigma on her as being loud, cantankerous, okay, annoying, irritating, loud. Oh, loud! I said loud again. So, it is very important to change that, change that way about you. Being peaceful. Peaceful with people. Now, there's times people aren't going to be peaceful with you. That's when you don't recompense evil for evil. Now, you might have to cuss out an Edomite. You might have to cuss out a Negro or a Latino. You might have to tell them, tell them about themselves. That's what a part of this truth. A part of that's vexing, or the struggle is that you can't. There's urges in you to do certain things when someone's basically egging you on to knock them out or something. You can't do it, and that's that's bothersome, because you want to, Jake might want you to throw hands with him or something, and most of the time we can't do nothing about it because they got it. This is their society, and in the kingdom of heaven, in our society, it wouldn't be none of that, because it's pretty much everybody's a tough guy. Everybody's a tough girl. So-called black woman, she's a queen. Like she said in this video, you don't run this society. I'm a queen. It ain't your time to run this society. She goes on about telling people to shut up. I'm not talking to you. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. Very bad look. So she's a queen. She's a princess, a queen. Look, Israel didn't have queens. And the women who had that mentality that were dealt with. If you're a queen, you're supposed to handle yourself like a queen. Queens don't get in back and forth yelling matches with people on planes with a mask under her chin. This is Proverbs 14 and 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are ways of destruction. Right. That black culture, that look, I'm a, hey, you ain't gonna do me, or I'm gonna tell somebody about themselves, or just like Chappelle's show where they had the nigga moment where the black lady was, somebody called her phone and shit, and she was like, oh hell no, I don't like people playing on my phone, and she was like, nah, fuck that. She couldn't let it go. She chimped out, like Esau like to say. Nigga chimped out. So she went and messed up the person's car or whatever, and she ended up doing time for it over a nigga moment or over spazzing out. I'm trying to speak loud. Next verse is Ecclesiasticus. That's what I wanted. Ecclesiasticus 32. Because that shit's played out. And if you go on, she talks about being an Israelite and all that. And sit down, man. If you're an Israelite, good for you. You're supposed to be Ecclesiastes. You're supposed to be an Israelite outward and inward. And you being an Israelite is supposed to show forth through your actions. You can know all you Israel all you want. I'm a child of God. We the chosen. It's at your time they're ruling still. Okay, they're still in rulership. All right. Now we will get our redemption, our restitution, but that's gonna come with the downfall of the society, where it's Esau is the tail. Now Jacob's going to be the head, and roughly paraphrasing. I think I wanted Ecclesiasticus 32 and 17, and it reads, "A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will." And that's all these people have is an excuse. They have an excuse for their bullshit. They have an excuse why they cussing people out. They got an excuse why they fighting in Walmart. They have an excuse why they fighting outside the club. They have an excuse why they having all these children by different men. Men also, niggas got excuse for everything. But knowing that you're gonna be recorded and putting your hand in people's face and shit like that. Look, sister girl, sit down, man. This just getting old. You see this shit all the time. If somebody say, okay, what it feels about a mask, put your mask on your face. You put your mask on your face. No problem, you got it. Why should you be fighting over that? Why should you be fighting over someone telling you to put your mask on? Or you got to get off the plane. If you got to get on the plane, do what you had to do. But no, you somebody telling you something irritates you so bad you get triggered that you got to make a big scene about it. And just because you're Israelite don't mean you can tell people what to do. You can tell people off. It said, you have a way that seemeth right unto you. A lot of these people who know they're Israelites also have other ideologies as well. They're also very narcissistic and they're high-minded in their own ways. The scriptures say you have to become a new man. You have to become a new creature. And knowing this and knowing where you're at in day and time, certain things you're still going to have to do, even though you're a king or a princess. You think a king works 5 days out the week? No. But, hey, we're kings in the making. We still have to work. It's not that hard to understand. And a so-called black woman flying, she should have her man with her. And if she's not flying with her man, she should shut up and be quiet. She shouldn't even be seen or heard. Because you can make yourself very vulnerable. You don't know who's around you. You can get kidnapped. So society is all backwards. It's all twisted. You know, a man would be like, okay, woman, you know, tell his woman to chill out, relax. Or if another man got into an argument with another man, they'll handle it. A man of the Lord would try to de-escalate the situation as much as they can. Hey, if it goes to fisticuffs, hey, that was the last resort. If that was the last resort, okay. If a man, a man of the Lord had to get into that, hey, it would be what it was. But that doesn't happen. More often than not, that does not happen. We're not here in this thing to be tough guys. We're not here to cuss quote unquote Karens out, tell them we ain't no longer slaves. Sit down, man. Now, she was probably being oppressed, if she was, because they don't show you, most of these videos, they don't show you what happened beforehand. They just get you right in the midst of what's happening. I called it Ephesians 4:24. Start 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So drama. You ain't supposed to be about drama. You ain't supposed to be having yelling and shouting matches. And that's one thing women, period, strive of is drama. And more preferably than a negative drama, negative attention rather than positive. You gotta be better. You gotta do better. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So, because in your spirit, you know that you have to go out into this world. Okay, look, I gotta go into this grocery store. I gotta go into a large crowd. You get what you gotta do and get in and get out. Yeah, if somebody looking at you wrong, you ain't gonna mean mug them and tell them, "What's up, nigga? You wanna fight?" That's an old man. That's a worldly mentality. That's a worldly mentality. Something we ought not should have. All right. She's going through her rage stage, her Israelite rage stage. When you first wake up and you're pissed off at everything, you know, you want to wreck shit, you want to wreak havoc, you know, tell Esau off. That's when you first wake up. That's that rage stage, stage 1, stage 2. All right. It says, and that you put on the new man, which after the Most High Yahawah is created in righteousness and true holiness. And holiness, you know, you're separate. You're separate. You're different from them. You already know you're different from them. Okay, that's gonna cause that's gonna draw attention to you anyways. So knowing you're gonna get attention drawn to you, be humble and understand what it is. Evaluate situations. Now I don't even expect that out of a woman. I don't have no expectations out of the woman. That's why you're supposed to be under a man, that preferably a man in the truth, a man in the knowledge, to know how to conduct yourself. Because a woman's gonna get into mischief wherever she can. Period. No matter what, black, white, red, she gonna get into something. And that's what this society thrives off of, is chaos. So ultimately, we need YAHAWASHI to come back for us to be delivered out of this place. And he will. Okay? He will deliver us. The book of Matthew 15, in chapter 15, verse 8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Right, sis. So if you're an Israelite, and you ain't gonna take none of this no more. You're a queen, okay? And you calling on the if you say you're Israelite, you call on the name, all right? You have to walk in the way that He wants us to walk, all right? How do you honor Yahawah, YAHAWASHI? In this flesh, in this body, doing the will of the Lord, okay? Not just saying I'm an Israelite or I'm this, I'm that. You can say whatever you are. I'm a table, I'm a chair. But are you actually a table or a chair? No. By your actions is how you perceive to be out, for it to be out. So it's about time for our people to just sit down and relax and understand what's going on, because a lot of people are on edge anyways right now. All right, a lot of people are on edge. A lot of people aren't patient. They're ripping and running. A lot of uncertainty going on around right now, and you're seeing these skirmishes, these people getting at each other more and more right now in this day, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen more and more, as you can see. Okay, and I gotta go. I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm gonna give all praises to Yahawah Bashim Yahshai Bashim Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom.